All right, so we're going to work on lesson 87. It's multiplying two-digit by two-digit numbers, so it's a new thing. Before you start working with me on the lesson practice, I want you to make sure that you have read page 552 through page 553 first, and there's a little bit on page 554. While I'm doing this, I encourage you to write the problems out with me. I'm going to show you 3 ways to multiply each two-digit number. You can pick the one that works best for you. All right, so we're going to start with problem A that's on page 554. Remind you that you can pause if you need to if I'm going too fast. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try solving 32 times 23 with an area model. And with an area model, you start by drawing a window. I had a student a while back that called this the window method, and I like that. It's kind of cool. We're going to take 32 and we're going to turn it into expanded form up here. So we've got 30 plus 2. And we're going to take 23 and we're going to turn it into expanded form on the side. 20 plus 3. And then all you got to do is solve the boxes, the area of each box. So this box here is 20 times 30. So 2 times 3 is 6. And there's 2 zeros. 1, 2. And then for the box below, we're going to multiply 3 times 30, which is 3 times 3, which is 9, with 1 0. And then for the box over here to the right of 600, we're going to multiply 20 times 2, which is 2 times 2, which is 4, with 1 0. And then in the bottom box, it's just 3 times 2, which is 6. And then we're going to add the boxes up. So I'm going to add horizontally first. 600 plus 40 is 640. And 90 plus 6 is 96. And I lined these up so that I can then add those two sums together. So 640 plus 96 is going to be, let's see, 9 tens plus 4 tens is 13 tens. I'll put my 3 tens there, and I'll carry 10 of the tens to the hundreds, and that gives me 700. So my answer is 736. Okay, so that's called the area model. Okay, and we're going to do another one. It's called the rainbow method. And this method, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the expanded form of 32 and 23, and we're going to put them in parentheses. So we're going to do 20 plus 3 times 30 plus 2. And I'll show you why this is the rainbow method here. So we're going to start with the color red. Let's see, red, yeah. So red, we're going to multiply 20 times 30. So 20 times 30 is 600. And then we're going to go, let's see, we're going to go with orange for the rainbow. So then we're going to take 20 times 2, which is 40. And then we're going to go, let's see, with blue. And we're going to do 3 times 30, which is 90. And then finally, let's go with purple. And we'll do 3 times 2, which is 6. And then we just add those up. So we've got 6, we've got 13, carry the 1, and we've got 736. So there's 2 options. And then I'm going to show you the shortcut method with the original problem. So we go 3 times 2, we multiply the ones column. Then we multiply 3 times 3. So we're multiplying this number here by this number here. And that gives us 9. Go ahead and erase a little bit so you guys don't get confused with those marks. Oops. With those marks. And then we're going to go to the 2 on the bottom row, and we're going to multiply 2 times the 1's place on the top row. So, since we're doing this 2 on the bottom row is actually 20, so we're going to put a 0 here. And we always do that when we do the shortcut method with 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. We always put a 0 on the second row when we're solving the problem. So we've got 2 times 2 is 4, and then we're going to multiply 2 times on the first row times the 3 on the second row. And that will give us 6. Oops. And then you add those numbers together, which gives us, I'm going to carry the 1, 9 plus 4 is 13, 736. All 3 methods work. Okay, let's go to B. Okay, I'm going to move a little more quickly now. We're going to start with the area model. We're going to start by putting the 23 on the top in expanded form, and then we're going to take the second number, 32, and put it in expanded form on the side. We're going to solve the area for each box. 20 times 30 is 600. 30 times, let's do the one below it first. That's 20 times 2, that's 40. And then we're going to do 30 times 3 for this box, that's 90. And then 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to add those up. 600 plus 90 is 690. 40 plus 6 is 46. And then we add those two numbers, and that gives us 736. There's our answer. We'll do one with the rainbow method. We've got 20 plus 3 times 30 plus 2. We're going to solve 20 times 30, which is 600. We're going to solve 20 times 2, which is 40. We're going to solve 3 times 30, which is 90. And then we're going to solve 3 times 2, which is 6. I'm going to add those up, and that gives us 736 as well. Okay, and then we're going to do the shortcut method. So we're going to start with the 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. We put our 0 here on the second row. Then we do 3 times 3 for 9. And then 3 times 2 is 6. We add those up, and we get 6, 13, and 7. All 3 have the same answer. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the last problem was the same thing, just the numbers were flipped. Okay, let's go ahead and go to number C. Okay, so we've got 43 times 12 for our area model. We're going to draw our box. We're going to put 43 on top in expanded form. We're going to put 12 on the side in expanded form. We're going to solve this box here. 10 times 40 is 400. Then we're going to do the box below it. 2 times 40 is 80. Then we're going to do the box to the right of 400. That's 10 times 3 is 30. And then we're going to do 3 times 2 for this box, which is 6. We're going to add those up. That's 430. Oops. Plus, and then 80 plus 6 was 86. We've got 6, 8, and 3 is 11. Carry the 1. That leaves us 516. Okay. Move my pad here a little bit. Okay. We're going to do the rainbow model, or rainbow method. We're going to have 40 plus 3 here, and 10 plus 2 here. We're going to start with 40 times 10. That's 400. We're going to do 40 times 2. That's 80. We're going to do 3 times 10. That's 30. And then we're going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. We're going to add those up. We've got 6. 8, 3 is 11. Carry the 1. That leaves us 516. Okay, and then for our shortcut method, we've got 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. We're going to put our 0 here. Then we're going to do 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 4 is 4. We're going to add those two numbers together, and we end up with 6. 8 and 3 is 11. We carry the 1, and that leaves us with 5. Okay. Next problem is 34 times 21. We're going to draw our box for the area model. We're going to put 34 on top in expanded form, and we're going to put 21 on the side in expanded form. Then on the first box, we're going to do 20 times 30, which is 600. We're going to do 30 times 1 for this box, so that's 30. 20 times 4 for this box is 80, and then 1 times 4 for the last box. We're going to add these horizontally first. 680 plus 34. I have to move my hand a little bit, guys. Give me just a second. I'm still learning how to write with this device here. Okay, so we're going to add these up. We've got 4. 8 plus 3 is 11. And 6 plus 1 is 7. So there's our answer for that one. Okay, we're going to do the area model. The rainbow method. We're going to start with 30 plus 4. And we've got 20 plus 1. We're going to do 30 times 20 first, which is 600. Then we're going to do 30 times 1 next, which is 30. Then we're going to do 4 times 20, which is 80. And then we're going to do 4 times 1, which is 4. Going to add those up. We've got 4, 11, carry the 1, and 7. Okay, good. So we got 2 of those correct. For the shortcut method, we're going to do 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. We're going to leave our 0 here for the shortcut method. And then we're going to do 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 3 is 6. We're going to add those up. We've got 4, 11, and carry the 1. We've got 714. All 3 of our answers match. Okay, for the next few problems, I'm going to just do one method for each one. So for E, we're going to do shortcut. Then we're going to do the area model for F. Then we're going to do the rainbow model for G, and then we're going to go back to the shortcut model for H. If you are having difficulty, you can rewind and watch one of the earlier problems, or you can skip the rest of it if you've got it down. All right, so for the shortcut method, we're going to start by multiplying this column first here. All right, so 2 times 2 is 4. Then we're going to multiply 2 times 3 in the first row, which gives us 6. On the second row, we're multiplying answers with. We're going to put a 0 here because remember, what we're doing here is we're multiplying this number here times this number here. And this is actually, this number here, this one here, is 30. We didn't have the 2 there, so that's why we put this 0 here. Okay, just so you guys understand what's going on there. Okay. So we start with 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. We're going to add those up. We've got 4, 12, and 10. I'm going to double check it real quick. Since I'm not solving it multiple ways, I'm just going to double check real quick. 32 times 32 is 1024. We're good. Okay, make sure I circle my answer. All right, moving on to 87. F. Okay, we're going to use the area model on this one. Still figuring this box out, guys. Sorry about the crooked box. I'm learning. Okay, so we're going to put 22 on top in expanded form. We're going to put 14 on the side in expanded form. This first box on the top left is going to be 10 times 20, which is 200. The box below is 20 times 4, which is 80. This box here is 10 times 2, which is 20. And then this box here is 4 times 2, which is 8. We're going to add these horizontally. So we've got 220. And then this one here is 88. 80 plus 8 is 88. We're going to add those up. We've got 8. 8 and 2 is 10. We carry the 1. That leaves us with 308. Double check my work real quick. Let's have a calculator. I'm doing it that way. So I forgot my problem. It's 22 times 14. It's 308. We're good. All right, moving on to less G. This is here we're going to do the rainbow method. So I'm going to put my sets of parentheses here. We're going to turn 13 into expanded form, 10 plus 3. We're going to turn 32 into expanded form, 30 plus 2. Then we're going to solve 10 times 30, which is 300. Then we're going to solve 10 times 2, which is 20. Then we're going to solve 3 times 30, which is 90. And then we're going to solve 3 times 2, which is 6. We're going to add all those up. We got 6. 9 and 2 is 11. We carry our 1, and that gives us 416. 13 times 32, let's double check it. 13 times 32, it's 416. We're good to go. So I'm going to circle my answer. Okay, last problem. We're going to do this one shortcut method. 33 times 33. Okay, we're going to start with, I'm going to give you a little bit. 3 times 3 is 9. Then we're going to multiply 3 times 3 again. That's 9. On our second row, we're going to put a 0 here. 3 times 3 is 9 again, and 3 times 3 is 9 again. We're going to add these up. We've got 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. We carry the 1. That leaves us 1,089. And as you can see, the shortcut method's pretty fast if you know what you're doing. We'll double check it. 33 times 33 is 1,089, and that's what I have. So we're going to go ahead and circle our answer. And that's it for lesson 87.